may, but you look at this offense. What excites you about this offense, and how are you grasping this playbook with EB?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Obviously, it's still early. We're still working through some things, but I think we've made a lot of progress already, and EB's doing a really good job, and he just cares about the details. And so it's just so much fun to play for a guy like that, and he's very hard on us, and he sets a high standard, as you guys can probably tell by being out here at practice. But that's what we want. We want to be coached hard, and we want to play for someone that has a high standard. And it's been good. Obviously it's a really good system, and I think it'll be good, a good way for us to use the weapons that we have. We have a lot of really good weapons, so I'm excited.
You mentioned that. Just expand on how you feed off of EB, the vocalness, the energy that he brings to the field, to the offense.
Yeah, for sure. He brings that energy every single day, and we try to feed off of that, and we try to bring our own energy as well. And we try to come out to practice every day and get ready to go and have the right mindset. And we're just trying to follow EB's lead, and he's doing a really good job.
What's the biggest thing you try to work on in the offseason, and how do you see it translating out here so far?
Yeah, I think the main thing, I'm always just trying to become the best version of myself, and I evaluate every single part of my game, and I try to get a little bit better in every single area. Really, the main focus has been trying to learn this playbook, and it's kind of a wordy system, but it's a really good system, and I've loved it so far, and I've enjoyed being in there and learning the new system and watching the film and studying what they were doing in Kansas City. And obviously they're doing a really good job, and we're trying to come out here and get better at the system each and every day, and we're making some really good progress. So I'm excited.
There was a lot of focus on the footwork, and they'll talk about how different it is. How much of a factor or emphasis was that for you in the offseason, and where do you feel better with that?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a lot better. I try to get better every single year, especially when I have a long break like that, and being back with my quarterback coach Anthony Boone back home, he did a really good job. And really kind of before I got here because I really couldn't learn anything until I got here. So it was once I knew we had EB, I was kind of watching Kansas City film and kind of seeing what they were doing, and so I feel like I was able to kind of match my footwork up to what they're doing in Kansas City, and I feel like I'm matching up pretty well here.
That's quite the guy to be watching.
Oh yeah, Pat. Yeah, Pat. Obviously, he's a heck of a player. So much respect for him and what they're able to do in Kansas City, and it's been a lot of fun because that's all the film we watch is what they're doing in Kansas City. So it's been fun to watch, and he's definitely a great one to look at.
How was it working with Tavita?
Yeah, Tavita's awesome. He's a great coach. Obviously, I didn't know him before he came. Obviously, he came from college, and he's done a really good job. He's very detailed, and he comes in every single day with a plan, and he just tries to do everything he can to make sure we come on the field prepared. He's just done a great job, and he's a great guy as well. Fun to be around, and he's doing a really good job.
Do you find it helpful to have a positional coach that has played the position, even if not at the NFL, but at a high level in college?
Yeah, I think obviously that definitely can help at times. Obviously, because they've been behind the center and they know what it's like to be back there and play. So definitely he can speak from his past experience. He played a lot in college, so that definitely is a big advantage.
Sam, what does it mean to you to be here at this early point in your career, be here out at OTAs and be this guy that's taking first team reps and be the team is kind of describing you as the QB1 right now? What's this experience been like for you?
Yeah, obviously it's awesome. It's a great opportunity for me, and I'm just super blessed to be in the position I am. I think a lot of people probably wouldn't have expected this outcome, but I'm just going to try to do everything I can to just take this opportunity and just try to take advantage of it. And I'm going to give this team and give this organization everything that I have, and just try to do everything I can to help this team win.
Having a veteran like Jacoby Brissett in that room, how do you feed off each other, and how do you make each other better?
Yeah, Jacoby's awesome. Me and him have become really good friends, and he's just a great guy. He's been through so much in his career. He's seen a lot, and he spent some time with a lot of different teams. He was in New England for a long time with Brady, and so he just has so many stories and so much insight that he can share. And he's been great to have here, and he helps a lot.
How do you feel like you've progressed as a leader, being QB1 in this?
Yeah, I think I just have a different role than last year. I think the leadership's always been inside of me. Just last year, with the position I was in, it wasn't my job to come out here and try to get guys ready to go. But I think definitely just stepping into this year in a new role, it's my job to get the guys going and take command of this team. And so it's something I'm always trying to improve. But obviously it's just a different role for me this year, and I have a lot more to do when I'm on the field, and I got to take control of the offense.
Ron was mentioning that he mics you up. What's that been like for you?
Yeah, it's been fun. I'm mic'd up when I'm saying the play calls and at the line of scrimmage, so it's been fun. It's a good opportunity for me to learn and hear what I sound like, because it's something I've really never heard before. But yeah, it is. When they first said they were going to do it, I was kind of shocked because I've never heard of somebody doing it. But I think it's a great idea, and it's definitely been fun to hear their feedback and stuff like that.
Have you changed anything after listening to yourself on there?
Yeah, I'll just trying to Coach EB says it all the time, to over communicate clarity. And so just trying to over communicate at the line of scrimmage with the O-line and stuff like that. And just if I need saying one more word, one more code word that means something that they need to hear. So just to try to make sure we're all on the same page.
Take 3 more.
It seems like the fan base has really rallied around you. Have you felt that, and what does that mean?
Yeah, it's been awesome, especially with the fans out here. It's been a lot of fun. But I'm just super blessed that people are supporting me. Obviously, I really don't think I've deserved anything at this point, but I am super thankful to the fans. They've been awesome to me.
One thing that we saw you guys working on today was throwing off platforms, some of the screens, things like that. Have you ever worked with the coach or coaches that intentionally have you making those throws that aren't set?
Yeah, for sure. So my quarterback coach back home, Anthony Boone, that's a really big thing that he focuses on, is making those off-platform throws. Just because everyone knows in this game, you're not going to be sitting back there in a clean pocket most of the time. You're going to be trying to avoid a guy and try to make it throw. So you're going to be off-platform a lot. So that's something that we focus on back home when I'm home training, and even while I was here last year with Coach Zampese. He did a really good job of that stuff, and he's really good at the fundamental side of the game. And when we get some anytime here with Tavita, obviously we haven't had much time to someone. I think this is our 5th practice, but so we try to squeeze some of that stuff in as well. But I've had some awesome coaches in my life, and it's just it's just been awesome.
Obviously, Mahomes has made his career doing that kind of stuff. So when you watch Kansas City tape, how much are you trying to take from him versus just kind of being like, I got to be my own guy doing that stuff versus what he does?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to try to, I'm gonna be Sam Howell. I'm not going to try to be anybody else. Obviously, I watch the film, and I think Patrick does a heck of a job, and he excels on extending the play and making those off-platform throws. And I think I'm capable of making plays myself. So I don't try to go out there and be anybody else. I try to go out there and be the best version of myself.
There was a moment after red zone where EB kind of pulled you aside. What was his message to you, and what does it mean for him to pull you aside?
Yeah, I mean, he's just coaching. So I go back there almost always after we finish like a record plays, and we kind of just talk through the plays. He asked me what I saw, and if there's one play he didn't agree with my decision, he tells me. And so we kind of go from there. But I just love being coached, and I love that he does that type of stuff, because I always want feedback. And I tell them that all the time, to coach me hard. I want to be coached hard, so it's been fun.
Is that before the stretching or after? He came up to you during the stretching.
Yeah, he came stretching as well, but after a couple,
after?
after a couple like possessions, he would call me back, like why Jacoby went in and stuff like that. But we're always in constant communication throughout the practice, just so we can get on the same page.
All right, thanks, Sam.
Cool. Thanks.